everybody, and welcome back to Loud and Proud. My name is Malachi, and of course, if you're stopping in for the first time, I just want to let you know this is a diesel truck channel. That's mostly what it's about. It may evolve into a little bit more than that, but as of now, that's all we do pretty much in diesel trucks, power strokes, and cummins right now. Who knows, may enter DURAMAX in down the road, who knows, a couple years from now. But we just want to right now say I hope everybody is having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. It's been beautiful weather here, just a little bit of rain on and off, but overall just, you know, you can't complain with the weather that we've had over here in Ohio, which is where I'm at right now. Anyways, guys, I had sent you guys a Snapchat out on my Snapchat yesterday, and I said that if you guys want to be featured in a Q&A video, that I was going to be doing a Q&A video today. Obviously, I'm out in Ohio. I don't have any trucks with me that I can do videos with or on or anything that's kind of like relevant to the channel. No modifications, nothing of that sort. So, you know, I just felt this is one of those things that I could do out of town. Didn't need to have the, you know, Cummins or the 7.3 to work on, and we don't have parts for the 6.7 even though we drove it here. So just thought I would throw out a Q&A video for you guys to give you guys at least some kind of content and to answer some questions that many of you guys have, you know, that you want to have answered. Let's get right into it. First question, and his name is Wyatt. He was on my Snapchat. I believe that's how you say it. If I'm saying that wrong, you know, let me know. How much horsepower are you planning to achieve on your second gen 12 valve once you get it? Also, just plans for the truck and tranny. For my 12 valve when I get it, now that's also a little bit on debate. You know, I kind of made, you know, set in videos. I was pretty much set on a 12 valve, second gen 12 valve, and that's kind of changing a little bit. That's what I prefer, and that's what I'm looking for the most. But if I find a nice non-53 block 24 valve, I will definitely consider it. If it is within reasonable pricing and reasonable condition, I will definitely consider it. But for a 12 valve, I would like to probably achieve around 500 horsepower, and for a tranny, I'd probably want to go with an ATS built transmission. I like ATS stuff, and I just feel like that'd be the way to go. And for what I'm trying to achieve with the truck, horsepower wise, which would probably be around 500. Not right now. Haven't really looked into all the specs in terms of what that would mean for injectors and, you know, everything else, all the other ins and outs, fuel systems and everything else. But that's definitely what I want to try to achieve horsepower wise. Probably about 500 horse. If I got a 24 valve, it might be a little bit different, but nonetheless, I'd like to have a truck with at least around 500 horse. All said and done is what I'd like. I had another question from Billy. You know, on Snapchat, he has a basketball with a little 100 next to it, so you know who you are. What are your future plans for the Cummins? For the current Cummins, the first gen, honestly, I'm not entirely sure what all we're gonna do with it. Horsepower wise, I'm not sure if we're gonna do anything crazy with that truck. It's because it's not a truck that we're gonna drive. We're not gonna drive a lot. We're not gonna do any pulling with it. We're not gonna do any drag stuff with it. Like, it's just a fun, mosquitoes right in my face. It's just gonna be like a fun project truck. And so for the most part, that truck is probably, right now with the 50 horse injectors in stock, they're only 160 horses, straight pipe exhaust, bigger intake is what we got on it. And when we get that bigger turbine, well, it's actually a smaller turbine housing, I believe, to kind of push the air through faster, more condensed. I think it's smaller. I may be wrong. Don't quote me on that. We're probably going to be pushing, I think 250 would be a little bit of a stretch to be saying that that truck will be pushing 250. I don't know. I'm guessing maybe close to that. So don't be too harsh down there in the comments if 250 sounds a little bit ridiculous. I'm not entirely sure with all the specs, but I'm saying all said and done with that truck, that's probably what we're going to be pushing horsepower wise, is close to 250. And I know that might sound like nothing, but for that truck, for what we're going to do with it, for what we're trying to achieve with it, it seems reasonable for what we're going to do with it. For the rest of the truck, we're probably going to want to change the differential fluids, differential covers and seals and gaskets, all that crap. Probably going to try to work down the frame, sand it maybe, apply some kind of Line-X or bed liner, whatever you want to do, whatever you're supposed to do with that kind of stuff. Wheels and tires, of course, those are still coming to the truck. Those tires that are on are pretty wore down right now, and the wheels are just a little bit rough looking. I mean, off in the distance, everything looks pretty good on the truck, but there's definitely stuff that's got to get done on it. What's some other stuff? Body work. It needs body work. The rust needs to be sanded down, needs to be dealt with. We're gonna have some paint work done on it, stuff of that nature. So that's probably what we're looking at with the Cummins build. Jacob, will you start vlogging such as Street Speed 717 when you get your own truck, or will you just keep doing the install video / truck updates? Probably yes. My whole main goal with this channel back before I started months ago, I'd been planning on doing this channel for the last like 6 months. I just never got around to it financially. Like, you know, with the truck, there's a mosquito right in front of the lens. Got it. Anyways, just financially, I couldn't do it at the time. I didn't have a truck. I was still driving my car. You know, we didn't have the first gen, and the 7.3 is all we had. And it's just a truck that we just didn't really feel like just jumping on it to do a truck channel with one little truck. That was just kind of like one of those things that's like, how much can you really do? I mean, well, when you say that, you can do a lot of stuff to that truck, but it just wasn't ideal. So yes, my whole intent with this channel was to be more of a vlogging channel, and there's some big plans that I have coming up for the channel because I'm planning on moving out of my parents' house as soon as I turn 18. I'd like to, now this isn't set in stone, but I'd like to move up towards my grandparents, which is up here in Ohio, and build trucks, a truck, you know, multiple, who knows, with my grandfather. I think that'd be something really fun to do. He had an old W250 or D250, whichever one was a four-wheel drive one back when a handful of years back now, and loved that truck. Unfortunately, the truck was wrecked, you know. Everybody was okay though. Yeah, anyways, he likes working on that kind of stuff. He's really good with that stuff, and so it'd be something to where I'd want to move up here and do almost like vlogs every single day, also work on a build with him. I think that'd be really fun to do. Probably, you know, start with one, go from there. But yeah, I'd like to evolve these videos into more vlog style, especially once I have my own truck. I can do my own stuff, my own mods, my own this, my own that, all thing, you know, like all within, you know, whatever I want to do with it, it'll be mine. Versus like with my dad's trucks right now, some of you guys are suggesting this and that and this and that, do this, do that, and it sounds good, but in the same sense, they're not my trucks. So I can't just say, hey, this is what we're gonna do, this is what we're gonna do, that's what we're gonna buy, because it's not my trucks and it's not my money on my dad's build. That kind of stuff is just kind of like, I can mention it to him, and if it's something he's like, yeah, that'd be cool, or yeah, that actually sounds nice. Now that you think about it, then that's one thing. But yeah, for sure, when I get my truck and I can do anything within my limits. But yeah, for sure, it's definitely going to be more vlog style here very soon. Would you consider getting a 7.3 in the future for yourself? Would I consider buying a 7.3 in the future? Yes, I'd probably consider. For the next truck I'm looking to buy, probably not. I just want to come as diesel. That's what I've been wanting to buy for the last several months, and I can finally to the point where I can probably do it. I'm so close to being able to actually purchase one. I just want to go that route. But in the future, maybe if I do another truck build, like I said, build trucks with my grandpa, who knows, maybe after we do a truck, like do a truck build with him, like an old Dodge, like kind of like the first one we had, maybe a little bit rougher, and then build it all from the ground up, all the ins and outs, replace all the parts, everything. That would be a fun build to do with him. If maybe we go on and do an old OBS 7.3, that'd be really cool too. Maybe do that with him as well. And that was Matt Joseph. Are you gonna buy a DURAMAX? Am I gonna buy a DURAMAX? That's another one of those things where it's like, right now, I'm not like set on a DURAMAX. I already gave you the whole rant about wanting a Cummins, so that's what I'm gonna go with next. But would I consider buying a DURAMAX down the road, let's say 2 years from now, and I'm doing, you know, 2 truck builds at once? Yeah, I'd consider doing a DURAMAX for sure. I don't have anything against DURAMAX. I don't have anything against powerstrokes or Cummins. I like them all. It's just got to be the right truck, the right configuration, the right motor. Like, I like the LBZs, I like the 7.3s, and I like the 5.9 Cummins, whether it's a non-53 block 24 valve or, you know, the 12 valves, of course. Luke or Lucas, whatever. What is your dream car or truck build? Well, dream car wise, I've not really thought about a dream car like some kids. I want an Audi R8 someday, I want a Lamborghini. My dream car would probably be a truck. And for a truck, I haven't really thought about that as like a dream vehicle. What would I love to have? I'd like to have a lot of trucks, to be honest. I'd like to have multiple. My dream truck would probably be a second gen 12 valve, twin turbos, pushing 550 horsepower, I don't know, 6-inch lift on it, 37-inch tires, good stance, 14-inch wide wheels. I mean, I don't know, just something cool. All the ins and outs done, have the truck looking pristine from the frame, every little, you know, mechanic of the truck, the interior, everything. That would probably be my dream truck right there. Why don't you just buy your dad's 7.3? Pale white boy from Texas. Why wouldn't I buy my dad's 7.3? Because that's my dad's 7.3. First off, he's had it since 2004. He bought it slightly used. It's an 02. He bought it. He's had that for 13 years. And so it's just one of those things where it's like, he likes that truck. If I said, hey dad, can I buy your truck? He'd probably be like, yeah, we can figure something out. But it's one of those things where it's like, he's had that truck for so long. He loves the thing. Wouldn't want to buy his truck. It's not that it doesn't run good, not like it hasn't been maintained well. I just wouldn't want to buy it. If I did get a 7.3, like I said, down the road, it would be an OBS, so an older style one, square body-ish. Basically like what I said with the Cummins in terms of lift, tires, wheels, and everything, but just OBS power stroke. That would be a cool build too. Actually, I've seen some really wicked looking power strokes, and that's the route I would go. I probably wouldn't buy my dad's 7.3. And that was the last question for the questions that I had. So thank you guys so much for those of you who joined in on the Q&A on my Snapchat. If you have not followed me on Instagram and Snapchat, I'm gonna scoot over here so you guys can see the lettering. Use these accounts right here. It's gonna be my Instagram and my Snapchat. Add me on Instagram, which is Bo_Hunt_or_die_ or BH-outdoors for my Snapchat. So thank you guys so much for joining me in the Q&A video. I hope you guys did like that. If you guys want to see more of this style video, just here and there, of course, right now I'm not out of town. I don't have my own truck yet, so I'm not sitting in a truck driving around doing a Q&A, which would be a little bit more fun. But this is just all I could work with today when I'm out of town. All I have is a camera. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to join me in the next Q&A, definitely add me on Instagram, add me on Snapchat like I had there. I will also have links down in the description below for you guys to go check out. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.